It's funny and weird and disappointing I don't have my driver's license yet, but I'm trying to do in the Olympics.
Brighton Zeuner!
Oh my God!
Becomes the youngest to ever win an X Games gold medal.
Your Vans Park Series stop #1 champion here.
She is the future of women's skateboarding.
She just shatters history books every single time.
Skateboarding is a lot more than like competing and doing all these crazy like spins and all that. Like it kind of molded who I am today. You can really express yourself in it and learn whatever you want at your own pace. I've been around skateboarding my entire life.
So she just followed her brother around like, I want to do what he does. And we didn't tell her any different. We're like, your body's going to literally be just as strong as the boys. She was literally 4, like taking his deck all around the carpet and spinning around on them. She kind of forgets that she was doing that. But that's when it started.
There was not a lot of girls in my age division back then, so I would compete against boys, and I remember there was one contest I got 4th in with like 70 boys and stuff. When I would compete against guys, I mean, and I did well, I kind of liked it. I mean, I thought it was definitely a boost to my confidence because as a girl skater going to skate parks, it's kind of intimidating. All the girls I compete with, I've known them since I was about 9 and 10 years old, so I'd say we're really close. There's no like rivalries or anything, and I'm thankful for that. It's weird like being called an athlete for me because I'm just like, wow, I just like would skate as a little girl. But I think skateboarding is a discipline. People hate when we call it sport, but it is a discipline. So it's really cool because I feel like I've come a long way from when I first started.
Working with board sport athletes, especially skateboarders, is very different than traditional sport athletes. When we started training with Brighton, she was 13. She's been successful since she was young, so she knows how good she can be. We do footwork and jumping and landing mechanics and power training, and a lot of it's injury prevention based. Skaters, they get slammed more on hard surfaces than like any athlete I've been around. Absorb, not bad. Do it again, add more height. Good.
Last year in China for one of the Olympic qualifiers, and I fell like on a really basic trick and tore my main ligament in my ankle, and I was out for about 3-4 months, and that really took a dig into my confidence because I got hurt right when everyone was still practicing and competing, and I had to miss out on like a couple events. That was my first big injury. When it happened, I was so tired and your legs kind of turn into jello, but there's definitely mental blocks you have to overcome in skateboarding. And for like 2 years straight, I put a lot of pressure on myself because I got on the podium every single time, and I think it got kind of weird for me when you have a target on your back and there's girls like learning more tricks than you gotta feel like, oh wow, I have to keep doing my very best when you're trying new tricks, and it's all about muscle memory. It's really likely to take a really bad spill and all that, but when you lock in these elusive tricks, it's just, yeah, you leave it up to the muscle memory.
Last year, we were preparing for the last run of events going into Tokyo, and then the pandemic hit, so that pushed everything out.
So not skateboarding for a year, competing because of quarantine, I definitely lost a lot of confidence, and this whole last 4 months is me trying to punch my way back up.
Now don't let anything move while you do a run. Good. No shrug. Keep your elbow tight to your body. There we go. And then throw it across. Don't let the front knee move at all.
When you're doing 45-second runs, you gotta breathe, be able to breathe and keep that stamina up. I think people don't realize when people come up to me, I'm a teenager too. I get really nervous when I am about to drop in. Confidence is really important, especially to a teenage girl. Self-love and everything, and mental health kind of comes first for me.
Do something called box breathing, and it's really important. Calm down, the butterflies will go away, all that.
The Olympics is a very competitive thing and a big deal, but for me, like, that stresses me out to think about it like that. I think everyone doing it wants to get a medal, but I'm not putting like that kind of pressure on myself. I'm a nervous wreck right now thinking about it, but yeah.
For the Olympics, I'm trying definitely to go bigger and be a stronger skater, go faster for sure, because that's really important in what they judge on. The few tricks I'm working on are a kickflip indie, a fast sprint varial, body varial, and kickflip back knee.
Now that skateboarding's in the Olympics, I think it's beneficial and cool especially for women's skateboarding, because when I first started competing in women's events, there was barely any girls. Usually when there's a girl contest, you know every single girl there. And the last one I went to, there was like 30 girls I just never seen before who were really good, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. It was such a small community before, and I think it's gonna push the level of women's skateboarding, and I think it's cool to be maybe hopefully a role model to younger girls.
Everything's different than normal Olympic years. Skating's never been there. I mainly want her to really enjoy it, and most likely if she enjoys it, there's a way better chance that she comes home with a medal for us.
I think like getting a medal would be really cool, but for me, being in the Olympic, I just like performing for other people and like showing skateboarding to the world. Like, I wonder if my like 7-year-old self would laugh like about what I'm doing now. This is what I grew up doing. This is what I love, and I don't need to win every contest to like feel like really important.